Today's topic for discussion is a practical protocol of pteridophytes, and today's practical is study of observation of different types of steels that occur in pteridophytes. Just we have to observe the permanent slides of different types of pteridophytes. Today's practical is only for observation of permanent slides of various types of steels that occur in the plants of pteridophytes. The aim of the practical is the study of various types of steel that occur in pteridophytes, and requirement is we need permanent slide of various types of steels of pteridophytic plants, and we need a microscope to observe the slide. And in procedure, what we have to do, we have to examine the permanent slide of various steels of under the microscope, and we have to write all the details of distribution of tissue in the steel. In observation, let us see if we observed the Proto Steel. Proto Steel, it is the simplest among all, in which xylem and phloem forms a solid central column without any pith. Example is Selaginella. Next, one more type of steel, that is Haplo Steel, that also occurs in some plants of pteridophytes. In Haplo Steel, in this type of steel, the xylem forms a circular central core surrounded by phloem. Okay, such type of steel, that is called Haplo Steel. Figure is given in here. And another one, Actino Steel. In this type of steel, the xylem forms a star-shaped structure and phloem is situated, or phloem is present with its rays in alternate manner. This is the Actino Steel that occurs in Lycopodium. Next, Placto Steel. In this type of steel, the xylem and phloem are found in the form of parallel bands alternating with each other. Such type of xylem and phloem occurs in Lycopodium clamatum. It is a pteridophytic plant. Okay. Next, mixed proto steel. In this type of steel, the xylem is situated in place of phloem in the form of irregular grooves. Such steel is described as mixed proto steel. Next, Siphon Steel. In this type of steel, the pith is situated at the center and the xylem occurs around the pith and phloem lies on both sides of it. Such type of steel is described as Siphon Steel. One more type of steel, that is Cladophonic Siphon Steel. In this type, the central region of steel consists of parenchymatous pith and leaf gaps are not found. This type of Siphon Steel is also known as Medullated Proto Steel or Cladophonic Siphon Steel. Okay. Next, another type of steel which is very commonly occurs in pteridophyte, that is Solenoid Steel. Solenoid steels which have leaf gaps and branch gaps are called Solenoid steels. They are also known as phyllosiphonic steels. Next type of steel, that is Ectofluoric Siphon Steel. In this type of steel, when phloem is present on the outer and inner side of xylem, it is called Ectofluoric Siphon Steel. Example, such type of steels occurs in the pteridophytic plant, that is Marsilia and Adiantum. These both are pteridophytic plants. Next, another type of steel which occurs in pteridophyte, that is Ectophobic Siphon Steel. In this type, when phloem is situated only external to the xylem, it is called Ectofluoric Siphon Steel. Example, such type of steel occurs in Equisetum, Osmunda, Botrychium. In these plants, Ectophobic Siphon Steel occurs. Next, another type of steel, that is Dictio Steel. In this type of steel, the steel is divided into many vascular strands due to numerous leaf gaps. Each separate steel is called berry steel. Such type of dictio steel occurs in Ophioglossum type of plant, terrace and adiantum. Next, this is polycyclic Siphon Steel. It also occurs in some pteridophytic plant. In this type, there are more than one concentric ring of vascular tissue occurs. Such type of steel is described as polycyclic Siphon Steel. All these are the different types of steels that occurs in pteridophytes. Just we have to observe the permanent slide of each type of steel under microscope, and we have to explain the distribution of tissue in the steel, and on the basis of distribution of xylem and phloem the different types of steels are made, and that occurs in pteridophytic plants, different types of pteridophytic plants. Okay, thank you very much.